Hello students. Today's our topic is potentiometer. Okay. So first of all, you should know what is potentiometer. What the mean of potentiometer. Okay. Actually, potentiometer is a device which is used for various application. Okay. Primarily, this device is used to find out the potential difference, okay, and also find out the comparison between two cells EMF and the internal resistance of battery. Okay, so what is the principle of potentiometer? This is the diagram of potentiometer in which a battery E series connected by a variable resistance R, okay, and this is a wire which is A and C, and this wire is folded multiple times, and at the end of this foldable wire these are metal strips. Okay, these are metal strips. Okay, and this is a galvanometer and this is our jockey. We can connect our galvanometer through at any point of wire. Assume we connect our galvanometer in this wire at a point N1, okay, and we further connect our galvanometer in this wire at a point N2, okay. So the wire length, wire is A and C, okay. A and AC is wire which is made of magnenin or constantan. Okay. Now, what is the principle of potentiometer? The principle of potentiometer says that if a constant current pass through a wire of uniform cross section means the area of cross section of wire is constant throughout its length, okay. The area of wire, the cross section area of wire is constant throughout its length, okay. Now if a constant current pass through a wire has uniform cross section area, then the potential difference at any segment of wire is proportional to its length, okay. The potential difference at any segment of wire is proportional to its length. That means if a constant current passes through a wire of uniform cross section area, then potential drop at any segment of wire, then potential drop at any segment of wire is proportional to its length. Okay, this is the principle of potentiometer. Okay, this is the principle of potentiometer. And if anyone asking you what is a potentiometer, then it is a device which used to measure potential difference accurately. Okay, now this is the briefing of potentiometer. Now there are some other application of potentiometer. Potentiometer is also used to calculate potentiometer application of potentiometer. So the first application is to measure potential difference. Okay, to measure potential difference. To measure potential difference. And the second application of potentiometer is to determine, to compare the EMF of two cells. Okay, application of potentiometer to compare EMF of two cells. Now the third application is, it is also used to measure the internal resistance of battery. The internal resistance of battery. It is used to measure internal resistance of battery. You can see that we connect here two batteries which EMF are E1 and E2, small E1 and E2, and these batteries are connected by galvanometer through a dual switch. Okay, through a dual switch. Now this is your application of potentiometer, and we will discuss these application one by one. Now the one point is more, which says that potentiometer does not draw any current from its circuit. Okay, potentiometer does not draw any current potentiometer does not draw. That means here current is constant. That means there is no loss of current in this circuit. Okay, potentiometer does not draw. Potentiometer does not draw any current from original circuit. Okay. This figure we use further to determine the relation between E1 and E2. Okay. Now, if I am talking about principle, so what principle says, the potential difference at any point in wire is proportional to its length. We know that V equals to I and R. We know that V equals to I and R. Now, if you remember, the value of R is rho L upon A. We all know that the value of R is rho L upon A. Now, if we put this value in this equation, then our V will I rho L by A. Okay. Now, I take this term and take it down in LHS in denominator. Okay, that means V upon L equals to I rho upon A. Here A is a cross section area which is uniform throughout wire, and I is the current. Okay. Now, this is constant. This is constant because we assume our current is constant, a uniform cross section area, and you know that for a material the specific resistance will also constant. Okay. Now, I rho upon A equals to constant. Here we give a name. We show the IP upon A by variable K. That means potential gradient. Now, this equation becomes V upon I equals to K. V upon L equals to K. Now, if we again transfer our L into RHS, then V will K and L. That means V directly proportional to L. That means potential difference or voltage drop at any segment of wire is directly proportional to its length. Okay, this is what the principle says actually. Okay. Now, our first application of potentiometer is to measure potential difference using potentiometer. Okay. Now, this is the circuit is drawn to measure the potential difference using potentiometer. Okay. What the mean of it? In previous section, I told you that the potential difference at any point or at any segment of length of wire is directly proportional to its length. Okay, that means if we connect our galvanometer at a point N1, and if the length of the wire from A to N1 is L, that means this and this. Okay, this length, if this length is L, then potential difference directly proportional to K into L, where K is potential gradient, where K is potential gradient, where K is potential gradient. That means potential drop per unit length. Okay, potential drop per unit length, potential difference or potential drop per unit length. Potential drop per unit length. Okay, inverse in words we can say that since the wire is uniform, the wire is uniform, since the wire is uniform, then potential difference at any point, the potential difference at any point, the potential difference at any point of wire, the potential difference at any point of wire directly proportional to distance from A, okay, directly proportional to distance from A, which is L, ठीक है, which is L, ठीक है, okay, that's why V equals to KL, V equals to KL. Now, this is our second application of potentiometer, which is compare EMF of two cells. Okay, this figure is used to compare the EMF of two cells. Okay, this figure shows that there is a battery E and a resistance R, by which there is a variable resistance by which we can change the value of current. Okay, and this is the wire AC which is folded, and these are metal strips at the end of wire. Okay, these are two cells which have a EMF of E1 and E2 connected through galvanometer by a dual switch. Now, our first case is when galvanometer is connected through E1, then what happened? Let's see. When our galvanometer connected through E1, then a jockey connected with galvanometer moved along this wire. Now assume at a point N1, okay, at a point N1, and at this point the distance from A to N1 is L1. The distance from A to N1 is L1. Our jockey is connected at point N1 and the distance from A to N1 is L1. Now, at this point, galvanometer shows no current. At this point, galvanometer shows no current. That means this situation is balanced situation. Okay, when galvanometer shows no current, that means this situation is balanced condition. Now we apply KVL. We apply KVL in AEG N1A. Okay, AE1 G N1 and A. Okay, close loop. if you see carefully, then you find that this makes a closed loop. That's why we apply KVL. We apply KVL here. And what KVL says, this algebraic sum of all voltage drop in a closed loop will be 0. That means voltage drop at here is KL1. We studied earlier that the voltage drop at any point is equal to K and L1. Length, and here the length is L1. That's why KL1 minus 0, because the current in galvanometer is 0, that's why the voltage drop will also 0. Minus E1 equals to 0. Okay. Now, what will be the value of this? That means we can also write E1 equals to K L1. This is equation number first. Same as similar, we assume when our galvanometer connected at a point N2, that means our jockey is connected at point N2 and the length from A to N2 is L2. The length from A to N2 is L2. Then what will our answer is? At this point, the voltage difference or voltage drop at this point N2 is KL2 minus 0 minus. Now, in case second, we connect our galvanometer with E2. In case second, we connect our galvanometer. In case second, we connect our galvanometer with E2. Then distance from A to N2, distance from A to N2 is L2, and we apply KVL also here. In the loop of we apply KVL in loop A E2 N2 A E2 G N2 A E2 G N2 and A. Okay, then what will be the value? K L2. This is the potential drop at this point. Okay, this is the potential drop at this point. Minus 0 minus E2 equals to 0. That means from this equation we can write as E2 equals to K L2. Okay, this is equation number second. Now we get two equations. Now what is the conclusion we get? If we divide equation number 1 and 2, then what will we get? E1 upon E2 equals to KL1 upon KL2. Because K is a constant and there is a 2K in numerator and denominator, that means they will cancel. Okay. Now, what is the ratio of E1 and E2? And what is the E1 and E2? The EMF of two different cells. Okay. And the ratio of their EMF is the ratio of their length. Okay. The ratio of their length. This is the relation between E1 and E2. By this formula, we can calculate or we can compare a cell EMF Okay, we can compare cell EMF with another. We assume standard EMF which have more accurate value, Okay,